Meanwhile, far-right Republicans potentially grinding Washington to a halt and hurting military readiness, all over social issues here at home. The Republican-controlled House voted last night to include dozens of controversial amendments to the National Defense Authorization Bill, including limits to the DoD's diversity initiatives and the approval to roll back a Pentagon policy that guarantees service members access to abortion. Proposals that would have limited America's involvement in Ukraine were also put out there, but those amendments failed. Joining us now, Democratic Congressman Seth Moulton of Massachusetts. He's a combat veteran who served 4 tours with the U.S. Marines. He, along with several other House Democrats, have announced they will not vote in favor of the current defense funding bill. And, Joe, you have the first question.
Yeah, Congressman, tell us why you will not vote for this bill if it's not changed.
Because it hurts our troops. And I'm proud, I have been proud every single year to support the defense bill because we need to support our troops. This bill hurts our troops. It doesn't support them. It says women are second-class citizens. It says women can't get basic health care. By the way, if you're a man, you're fine. But if you want to serve in the military as a woman, good luck. You know, I, as you know, Joe, had this amazing job serving in Iraq as a special assistant to General Petraeus. I went from an infantry platoon commander, a lieutenant on the ground, to working for the top general in the country. The Marine who got me that job is one of the best Marines I've ever met in my life. And she served with me for General Petraeus in Iraq. Now, if she needed even maybe an abortion, maybe just some other medical procedure that wasn't available, well, the DoD is now not going to be able to transport her to pay for her travel out of Iraq to get that basic medical care. What message does that send to our troops? What message does that send to Americans who we're trying to recruit when we have a recruiting crisis? This is a terrible policy. And the bipartisan bill that we passed out of committee, it no longer exists. It's become a political talking point for the Republicans.
Well, and you know, that's a great way to put it, a political talking point for the Republicans. I know when I was on the Armed Services Committee, you talked to the Pentagon and the leaders there would be like, what are they doing over there, Joe? What are they doing? Why are they bringing social issues into a military debate? Let's talk about readiness. Let's talk about troops. Let's talk about making America stronger and safer. And, you know, our military leaders and rank and file people in the military, they hate this debate being hijacked by social issues. And they'll always say, and they've always said, you want to debate abortion, that's fine. But don't bring us into that debate. We're about protecting America.
They're making our troops into political pawns. That's what they're doing. The DoD doesn't want any of this. Our troops don't want it. They don't want to be used for politics in Washington, but that's what the Republicans are doing with this bill.
Yeah. Jim.
In the Senate, with Senator Tuberville holding up having the Senate approve military promotions, and so that there is not a confirmed chairman of the Joint Chiefs, which is kind of mind-blowing. Can you explain, based on your experience in the military, what the impact that has? Because I come from a military family. I've had members of my family go through this process. I know that it is quite meaningful in the military when you cannot get these promotions through, affects the chain of command. But talk to us about how it actually impacts the military.
In the Marine Corps, we don't have a commandant for the first time in over 160 years. The commandant sets the policy for the Marine Corps. One of the first things the new commandant does is send out his leadership guidance to the entire fleet. We don't have a commandant, so that can't happen. But let me explain it this way. One of the smartest things that we did in the early days of the Ukraine war is we helped the Ukrainians take out Russian generals. We took out their key leaders, and it left the Russians in disarray. That's one of the reasons the Ukrainians did so well in the early days. Well, now our generals are being taken out, not by Russia, not by China, but by a United States senator who's never served in the military himself. And as a result, deputies have to step up to serve in positions that they're not experienced with. You're talking about one-star generals taking the role of 3 stars. That's embarrassing for our allies when a 1-star has to step into a meeting where they're expecting a 3-star. and they don't have the experience to do the job as well as the people appointed to these positions. So we're basically doing what we helped Ukraine do to the Russians to ourselves because of one crazy senator.
Congressman, before you go, I know you wanted to touch on the 988 suicide and crisis number. It's been a year since it was rolled out, and I'm wondering if you could tell us a little bit about the impact it has had.
You know, amidst all this political dysfunction in Washington and the way that extremists have hijacked this defense bill, this is an important story because I teamed up with a veteran across the aisle, Chris Stewart, a conservative Republican from Utah and an Air Force vet, because we understand the impact of mental health. And we passed this bill a few years ago. It's now been in place for a year. Anyone in America can pick up the phone and dial 988 if you or a loved one has a mental health crisis. And it's extraordinary. It's served over 5 million Americans just in the past year. Calls are up 50%. Texts are up 1,000%. So a lot of young Americans are getting help through text who weren't getting it before. And I got to tell you, I was speaking to a school group on the Capitol steps a few weeks ago. They asked, you know, what are you doing here? Are you doing anything that makes a difference? And so I told them about 988. I told them that we passed it in a bipartisan way. And I told them the statistics I just shared with you. But what was most powerful is just after that, a woman from another school group came up to me and said, excuse me, sir, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I just want you to know that your law saved my daughter's life. And then she introduced me to her 12-year-old daughter.
Well, that just about says it all. Wow. Democratic Congressman Seth Moulton of Massachusetts, thank you very much for being on the show this morning. We appreciate it.